Welcome, dear students. This video is about the detailed explanation of the one-act play, The Proposal. And here the play starts. As you know, that the setting of the play is Chubukov's country house, a drawing room in Chubukov's house. This is the setting of the play. And Lomov enters Chubukov's house. He is wearing a dress jacket and white gloves. This kind of dressing is unusual. So Chubukov is surprised. Now this is a surprise, my darling. And here, one more thing, dear students. Look at the language used by Chubukov for Lomov. He uses the expressions like my darling, my treasure, my angel. I have already told you, these expressions are exaggeration. And this is one of the examples of this one-act play being a farce. So this is the farcical behavior of Chubukov. Now come to the point again. Chubukov is surprised when Lomov visits his house. Chubukov welcomes him lovingly, warmly. And Lomov has come to Chubukov's house for a specific purpose. Chubukov welcomes him, but inside he thinks something else. This is the kind of behavior. On the one hand, Chubukov addresses Lomov as my darling, my angel, my treasure. On the other hand, Chubukov thinks that this gentleman Lomov has come to borrow money and I won't give him any. Then Lomov clearly tells Chubukov that he has visited Chubukov's house to ask for his daughter's hand in the marriage. This is the marriage proposal. Lomov clearly tells him that he has come with a proposal. And as soon as Chubukov listens to this, he doesn't believe this. He is excited. He is quite excited and he says, say it again, I didn't hear it all. So he doesn't believe it and he is quite excited. Then he says that yes, I was waiting for it. You are the most suitable candidate for my daughter. I was also eager for this. And Natalia, Chubukov's daughter, Natalia, she is in love. She is like a lovesick cat, so on. And he exits. Chubukov exits the scene. He goes out. And his purpose is to inform Natalia about this proposal. And now Lomov is alone on the stage. He is alone, and this particular paragraph is the monologue. In the dramatic term, it is called monologue or soliloquy. And here Lomov, this is very significant part of the play, and here you come across the character of Lomov, the problems of Lomov. Why does Lomov want to marry Natalia? These things are clear in this particular paragraph. First, Lomov says that he must make up his mind about the marriage. He should not think much about it. He should not hesitate about it. And he should not look for an ideal or real love. This is quite farcical. This is quite ridiculous. I have told you that this play is a farce because here marriage is not out of love. Marriage is taking place only for the convenience. And marriage is like a business deal. This is why Lomov says, if I give myself time to think, to hesitate, to talk a lot, to look for an ideal or for real love, then I will never get married. This is ridiculous. Then he talks about himself. He is already 35, a critical age for marriage. And Lomov says, I ought to lead a quiet and regular life. This is why he wants to marry. Then he again says that he suffers from palpitations. Lomov talks about his problems. And worst is, the very worst problem of all is the way he sleeps. And he also talks about Natalia. He should marry Natalia because Natalia Stepanovna is an excellent housekeeper, not bad looking, well educated. What more do I want? These are the feelings, these are the views of Lomov, and here we become very clear that Lomov is quite convenient and he wants to marry Natalia. Then Natalia enters the stage, he comes to the stage, and here is a very important dialogue. And here the playwright Chekhov makes his view quite clear. Natalia says, "Oh, it's you. Papa said, go. There is a merchant come for his goods." Papa said, there is a merchant come for his goods. What is this? Merchant. Lomov is like a merchant and Natalia is like goods. What does it mean? It means that here a professional approach. Professional approach even in a social institution like marriage. And here marriage is like a business deal. Then Natalia is in negligee and apron. She is working in her field. She is selling peas for drying, and she is stacking the hays, etc. She is doing this, and they began to talk each other, Natalia and Lomov. There is no talk of proposal. They are talking only the formal things. How are you? What are the things going on? And then Lomov comes to the point. He talks about their families. The families of Lomov, the families of Natalia, Chubukov. And here is one information. Lomov says that he has inherited the property, he has inherited his land from his late aunt and her husband. And he says, they had the greatest respect for your father and your late mother. The Lomovs and Chubukovs have always had the most friendly. And in the duration of such kind of things, Lomov tries to explain, tries to talk about the proximity between the two families, the closeness between the two families. And in doing so, he says that you will remember that my auction meadows touch your birch woods. Auction meadows is a plot of land. Birch woods is also a plot of land, and according to Lomov, his plot of land, auction meadows, touch Natalia's plot of land, birch woods. But as soon as Lomov says that his auction meadows, Natalia at once interrupts. And she says, my auction meadows? You say my auction meadows, but are they yours? And now, dear students, here the quarrel starts between the two. Natalia Stepanovna and Lomov begin to fall out with each other on the ownership of auction meadows. Lomov claims that auction meadows belongs to him. He has inherited this plot of land from his late aunt and her husband. And Natalia claims that auction meadows belongs to her family. And they begin to discuss this. But here I want to make it clear why is this dispute? Why is Auction Meadows a bone of contention between the two families? Here, according to Lomov, Auction Meadows were once the subject of dispute. They were the disputed land. But everybody knows that they are mine. And then Lomov says that my aunt's grandmother gave the free use of these meadows to the peasants of your father's grandfather. So it is a matter of dispute for hundreds of years, and in return for which they were to make bricks for her. The peasants belonging to Natalia's father's grandfather had the free use of meadows for 40 years, and they got into the habit of regarding them as their own. This is the claim of Lomov. On the other hand, Natalia claims that both my grandfather and great-grandfather reckoned that their land extended to burnt marsh, which means that Auction Meadows were ours. This is the problem here. This is why Natalia and Lomov are quarreling with each other. Natalia again says that we have had the land for nearly 300 years, and you suddenly say that land belongs to you. And they begin to discuss, they begin to quarrel, they begin to argue, and then the heated argument begins. Lomov claims that he has the paper, he has the document, he has the proof, he will go to the court. Natalia becomes angry. She also says that he is the land grabber, and in the meantime Chubukov enters, and Chubukov becomes a part of this discussion, parts of this argument, and obviously he takes the favor of his daughter. And when Chubukov joins the quarreling party, the situation takes an ugly turn. Ugly turn means that they begin to abuse each other, they begin to take the names of their family. Chubukov says that Lomovs have had lunacy in their family. It means the Lomov ka pura khandan hi pagal hai. And Chubukov again says that Lomov's grandfather was a drunkard, and his younger aunt Natasha Mihailovna ran away with an architect. In return, Lomov also abuses. He says that Chubukov's mother was humpbacked. So these things become very ugly. They begin to abuse each other. Now, dear students, think. Lomov has come with a marriage proposal, and when Chubukov, the girl's father, comes to know about this, he is elated, he is very happy, he is excited. He doesn't believe that a person, his neighbor Lomov, has come with a proposal, and he is so excited that he goes out, he informs his daughter, and he says that a merchant has come for his goods. Lomov also is eager to marry Natalia. Natalia is not aware of it. Till now, Natalia is not aware of it. But Lomov is his neighbor. She knows Lomov very well. But Lomov's mind should be very clear. He has come with a proposal. Yet, the situation goes from bad to worse. This is the first part of the explanation. And in the second part, we will discuss it later on. Thank you.